Hi guys, welcome back to Rybrook TV and welcome to the BMW X7. Now, I know I'm about 8 months too late to the party with this video, but we got there in the end. The X7 is the biggest SUV BMW's ever made, and actually scratch that, it's the biggest car BMW has ever made. The one that I've got today is the M50d, the current range topping model. Will there be an X7M? Who knows? Before we go on and take a look at this car, do please click on the link in the top of the screen to check out all of Rybrook's BMW offers. So then, let's start with the looks and the front. Probably the most controversial part of this car, and well, you guess why, because of these, the kidney grills. Now firstly, because this is the M50d, they are finished in cerium grey, as are these blades down the side of here, and actually I really like them. But have your vote. Do you think the X7 suits that massive grille? I think yes. I couldn't imagine this car with the two little piddly ones here. I don't think it'd look right. But have your say. Use the link in the top of the screen to vote whether you think the X7 suits the big kidney grills or not. Yes or no. Use that link. So, as we move along the sides of the car, there's no doubting that its proportions are enormous. This is a massive, massive car, but I think the way that they've styled this really suits it. So, we have on this particular car the 22-inch alloys, which just finish the car off beautifully. Again, throughout this, because it's the M50d, we've got the cerium grey accents, so we've got them on the door mirrors here and the hockey puck, which goes from here all the way along the side. Now, the doors are absolutely massive, especially this one. It's huge. But what about the rear end? I think it's a really, really good looking rear end. You've got the lights which look like they're directly from the 7 Series, and then you've got the cerium grey accents again. So you've got the line that goes across the middle of the boot, you've got the X7 and the M50d model designation in cerium grey, then you've got the twin pipes as well in cerium grey. Just look at it. And this colour is called Tanzanite blue. Now I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up, doesn't tend to in my experience, but it's a beautiful, beautiful colour, and in the sunlight it's got a real deep metallic fleck. Now, the X7 is, by trade, a 7-seater. Yep, all of them come as standard with 7-seaters. You can get a 6-seater option, which is called the executive seating, which goes straight down the middle, but it's just a beautiful place to see. Boot space when the seats are up is a little bit reduced, of course it is, but then when we pop them down, wait until you see the size of this boot. So, now all of the seats have folded down, the boot space in here is pretty exceptional. I mean, because you've got a sunroof as well, you could literally, lie back, watch the stars. You could go camping without needing a tent. The space in the rear of the X7 is fantastic. It's like a limo. You've got so much room for 3 fully grown adults. You've even got your own heated seats in the back. You've even got your own air conditioning in the back. You could also get sun blinds, which lift up across the windows in the back. And the sunroof goes all the way back. So you've got so much light in here. And that massively helps with travel sickness, because basically you just won't get travel sick in this, I don't think. It's not quite like being in the back of a 2001 Renault Espace on a big journey to Wales. Yeah, childhood memories, eh? The X7 doesn't just cater beautifully for its passengers. Oh no, this is the ultimate driving machine after all. It caters for the driver. This driving position is just superb. You've got a really great look out over the rest of the car. All of the materials in here are sumptuous. Everything feels up to an exceptional quality. The layout, the ergonomics, everything about it is spot on. It really feels like a premium product. The technology that you can get in this car as well is just mind-blowing. So as standard, you've got the big, large operating system 7 controller, you've got the digital display, you've got a sports automatic gearbox, you've got heated seats. This particular car has got cooled seats as well. It's got massage seats, it's got a heated steering wheel, it's got all sorts of different things. You can change the ride height, whether you wanted to slam the car or raise it up to going off-road. You've got heads-up display. I mean, I'm running out of breath. There's that much optional equipment on this car as standard. It's just incredible. But yeah, I mean, in general, the interior of this car is just incredibly luxurious. But this is a BMW. So really, it should also drive the part, shouldn't it? And I'm happy to report that it definitely does. It's just brilliant. So, let me just start with the engine, shall we? So this M50d has a 3-litre 6-cylinder diesel, which sounds pretty meaty by itself, doesn't it? But, wait for this. It's got four turbochargers. 4 of them. Just when you thought that maybe 1, 2, 3 just isn't enough. You know what? 3 turbos, try turbo. Doesn't do it for me. Quad turbo this thing is. And well, that means that this massive X7 produces 400 brake horsepower and enough torque to pull an aircraft carrier. It's mad, which means that this enormous car can really shift. It's just a real surge of power. It's a wave of torque. A car of this size should not perform the way that this car does. It shouldn't. And then you've got the integral active steering. In short, rear wheel steering. I'm sure you've heard that branded around a lot with a lot of modern cars. So rear wheel steering, the rear wheels turn a small degree to aid in manoeuvrability at slow speeds and then cornering at high speeds. And it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. This is a very big car with a very long wheelbase, and it just doesn't feel that on the road. It's very sure-footed and you can really hit the B roads. But let's be honest, let's pop it back into comfort, shall we? Because an X7 buyer, I don't think is going to be attacking B roads, are they? They are just going to want to waft. And waft, this car does brilliantly. Now let me explain firstly. A lot of people, when this car first came out, thought that, oh, it's just an X5, just a bit bigger. It's not. This is not based on the X5 at all. In fact, this car is based on the 7 Series. And it really shows. It really shows in the way that this car manages our awful roads in the UK. Those of you who are watching this that live in the UK, you'll know what I'm talking about. They're awful. But this just glides over bumps and potholes in the road. It's serene. It's really just beautiful to drive. It's so quiet in here as well. I hope the quietness comes across over the audio. Most of the time it doesn't, but I really hope you can grasp just how quiet it is in here. This is just a beautiful place to be, beautiful place to drive. It's spot on, I think. I think BMW have got this car spot on. They knew their marketplace and they went after them. And it's sublime, this thing. It really is. I'd love to drive this thing down to the Alps. That would be one comfortable journey. But yes, the X7 is a sumptuous product. It's comfortable, luxurious, and if you really wanted to, especially this M50d, it can really shift. Not that you'd want to. So what I'm going to do, let's just pop my massage seats on and just relax and enjoy the opulence of the BMW X7. Thank you guys ever so much for watching. Do please click the link in the description to go and check out all of Rybrook BMW's offers, and please hit that subscribe button to make sure you never miss an upload. Monday coming, I actually have the BMW M8 competition, so stay tuned for that video. I'm very much looking forward to it. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.